you hear me well? Loud enough? Now we'll give everyone another second to grab their chairs. I'm happy to see all of you. I was out for the last 2 weeks, but our meetings were in trusting hands of Betsy, so we appreciate her continuing to keep us updated. So thank you for that. I know we have a couple resident announcements, so we'll just really jump right in. Ms. Rosa?
Good morning, I'm Rosa Heckman. I work with the greeting card creating group, and we want to thank you for all your donations of the cards. And we'd also like to ask if you could check with your children and grandchildren if they would like to donate their cards. We would be happy to receive them, because we'd like to keep this business going. It's been started 33 years ago by several ladies here. And it's been fun to do, and enjoy your day.
Thank you. All right, and we'll have our next message from Mr. Barry. He'd like to cover a couple things as well.
Thank you, Lindsay. Hi. This sermon might be a little longer than Rosa's. Last week, as you know, I asked you all to remember the gift fund here at the home. I call it the home. And I asked if you're interested in remembering the people who live here at Regency House, give me $1, and I would match that this week. I have a check here that I've written to the gift fund for $100. Now, I matched, remember, so I didn't quite get $50, but my intention was not to get money out of you, because I only wanted $1. And I had a number of people, and I thank you for that, I had a number of people who wanted to give me much more. But I said, no, all I want is $1. The point, my brothers and sisters, is thankfulness is not about money, it's about the heart and the acknowledgement that we have to return gifts, the gifts that we get from people with our thanks. And that's one of the ways we do that through the gift fund, okay? Now, how many residents do we have here roughly?
465.
Okay, I use the number 300. But here's what I did. If you take that $1 I asked you to give me last week, okay, and if there's 2 of you, make it $2 in your apartment. And for 1 week, you're talking about a max of $14. You know, my good friend Steve Hodges over there, he loses more money in the washing machine each week than $14 a week. So $14 a week. You put it in a little jar on your counter. And at the end of the day, at 52 weeks later, you know how much money that is?
Yeah.
It's not a lot. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not like hundreds of thousands of dollars. But when you multiply it by almost 400 people, if they all want to give, and I think they're thankful for living here, right? Don't you? You know how much money that is? Well over $200,000. Now, last year, we gave over $160,000 or $70,000 in gifts to people who work here full-time, hourly people. It was like over 260 people. So if you're thankful for living here, let's put $1 or $2 a week at least in a jar, and then write a check sometime when we get towards the end of the season in the employee gift fund box, which is where this check goes after here. All right? Be thankful. I am. I hope you are.
Thank you, Barry. We're thankful for you.
You say that now, but...
All right, so any other resident announcements at the moment? Okay, so we will roll into a couple updates from leadership team. So just wanted to keep this on there. I know Betsy mentioned it, but the North Little Blue Wagon is gone and it needs to be returned. That was the one that we failed to put a tracker on. How dare us. So you got us. We can't find it. Yes.
Can you just remind them when they put washing machines on the hall to take them out when they're done? Not stay there forever.
Oh, okay. Miss Mary Ellen wants to remind you when you put items in the washing machine to get it out. I forget every time and I have to rewash my clothes almost every time. But yes, if you put items in the washing machine, remember to then put them in the dryer. But we are missing our North Little Blue Wagon, so please return it, or we will go door to door looking for it. Because we have nothing else to do, you know. So a little update from Betsy. If you have multiple lockers or have a locker that you're not using and wouldn't mind giving it up, please contact her at 302. We are running out of lockers and would like to have them for new move-ins. So these are all the exciting things we'll get to handle and address as we get more and more higher in occupancy, right? We're at about 92% and continuing to climb. So we appreciate if you have any additional areas you'd like to give back. Yes, I'm aware. It's gonna be the death of me. So IHS, Companion Escort Services, just to remind you, we can help you with any off-campus, if there's a trip, if there's a doctor's appointment, anything you might just need a little bit of help with, we can help provide any type of services to join you. Safety and security, and then also, of course, those casino trips, shows, outings, dining, and more. So keep that in mind, and IHS can help you with that at extension 502 and 503.
Nancy, I don't know if we want the public to know we offer escort services.
Oh, well, maybe we do. We'll raise some money. There you go, Barry. There you go, Mary.
That's an idea.
Oh my goodness. Well, now I'm blushing and I need to move on. All right, so as far as updates from Environmental Services and Evan, we are excited. I know we had a little bit of a shortage there for a little bit in staff, but we have hired about 3 new associates. So we are excited to welcome 3 new team members. Marina, Aliani or Ali, and Maria have started their orientation inside resident apartments. Marina and Ali are going to be working in the South Building N Wing, and Maria will be working in the North Building S Wing. So just want to make them feel welcome, be nice to them so we can keep them, and we have them here with us. We did just want to recognize our current, these are some of our very tenured team members, just for pulling together. I know it's always tough when you lose a couple of your counterparts, so they really pulled it together to make sure that there was as minimal disruption in your services as possible. So we just wanted to make sure to recognize them for their dedication and commitment to our community. We appreciate having them, some of them for up to 20 years. So a little bit from plant, Darwin and the team have been quite busy, about 142 completed work orders, 85 remain open. We completed a 1-unit turnover for a new move-in. Lights were repaired behind the healthcare center. We replaced some eye wash stations to make sure that was in line with our safety program. We are, of course, continuing to work on roof replacement. We're continuing to work on HVACs in the corridors, so we got that project approved, and we are slowly replacing a lot of these major HVACs that were nearing their end. So continuing to work on that in the corridors and some of our other main areas. Final walkthroughs on completed restoration units with Blue Team is ongoing almost every day. Just a reminder of your maintenance meeting with Chris every Friday at 10:30. We are working on replacing the holding tank on the South Building boiler room, replacing a new sensor for the town hall front door. We did complete our ACA inspection for the health center generators. They were here yesterday morning to greet us. We replaced our flow rate annunciator for the spa. Piper ran some new sprinkler heads into new unit turnovers. And we are aware of the hot water issue. We have had multiple vendors out, probably about 4 or 5 now. We are working on trying to get to the bottom and get that addressed. So we are aware of it and we are working on it. For the past month or so now, Darwin has met with multiple vendors. So that is still in progress. We are aware and we are working hard for a resolution. Just a little bit of a reminder, please remember that all of our fur babies should be on a regular leash, not those retractable ones. I know we've had a couple of them, but they can present as a safety hazard, so we just wanted to kindly request that you not utilize those just for the tripping hazard and they can get away from you much, much quicker than you think. So just a friendly reminder from Kelly and the pet policy. Thank you. Another update from Kelly, the wellness team has partnered with the services below to bring you a new and improved fall prevention event. So we will have Barbara, our personal trainer, IHS, Pinellas Medical Supply, Health Pro Heritage, our therapy team, and then Grace Family Home Care with Home Health. That will actually be Friday, August 8th from 10 to 11 in the fitness center. There will be raffle prizes, but they will be going over all things fall prevention. So we highly encourage those. Falls can be very detrimental to anyone, including this age demographic. So we really encourage participation in that. Just another reminder, I know this gets really hairy. Remember, I used to run skilled nursing communities, what Medicare, Medicaid, and HMOs. But just remember that Medicare will only pay for one service at a time. So if you have home health, which might be with Grace, or if you have outpatient therapy, which would be with Health Pro Heritage, it can't be both. It could be one or the other. Medicare will not cover multiple providers that provide similar services at the same time. So just a reminder, if you have any questions about that, that's what Kelly's here for. Kelly and Carol can help you navigate that. And we, of course, know that, so when we are making referrals and when we are care planning and helping with your services, we also know that, but just wanted to remind you. So again, if you have any questions, Kelly is at extension 501, and Carol is at 542. We don't have any known cases of COVID at the moment, so super happy about that. We want to keep it that way. I know there was a little bit of a stomach bug going on, but no known cases of COVID at the moment. So just so you know, an email was sent to your listed emergency contacts. I know we've been gathering those forms for a long time now, so thank you for all of those who provided that. You can check with them to ensure that they received the email, so if we do lose our phones during the storm, we are able to communicate via email. We do, of course, remind your family members and you to check with the website to stay up to date. As we discussed, we will be pushing that information out in the event that we lose power and or our phones. So you probably have seen those, or your family members or your contacts have gotten those. That's what it is. It's a test to make sure we have accurate information if and when we need to push that communication. So the hurricane supplies are here. Pickup schedule. North building is going to be Tuesday, August 5th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. And South building is Wednesday, August 6th from 10 to about 11:30 a.m. So if you miss those times, you can just contact Judy. That is Darwin's Plant Ops Assistant at extension 332 to make arrangements to pick them up at the maintenance office. So they'll get more information out to you on that. But all of those supplies are here, so if you sign up, we have ordered them for you, and we'll get those to you. So this week in activities, we'll have Wednesday, the casino at 9:45, bus pickup. It's not too late to sign up. Wednesday, July 30th, we'll have vocal cords at 12:45 p.m. in Town Hall. Thursday, July 31st, Be Fit with Barbara is at 9:15 in the Town Hall, and no sign up is necessary. Friday, August 1st is Aqua Fitness at 10:30 a.m. Saturday, August 2nd, we have line dancing with Gail at 11 a.m. in Town Hall. And Sunday, August 3rd, Roman Catholic Mass with Father Ted at 2 p.m. in Grand Lobby South. So we're really excited for that.
Friday we have the Peggy exercise at 10.
I'm sorry?
Friday is exercise with Peggy at 10.
I don't know.
Yes.
Friday exercise with Peggy at 10? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you know what time it is. So just another update. Again, this kind of continues to come up, but we really appreciate your kind hearts and giving us all the items you don't want, but please don't. Please do not leave your generously donated items around the community. We have many residents that are wanting to donate extra items by leaving them in the corridors and service areas. This clutters and does create safety hazards. If you do not want something, you are encouraged to donate that to a local charity, and a pickup has been scheduled if you are continuing your summer cleaning. So I do believe Betsy mentioned this, but Sheriff Youth Branch donation pickup, time for summer cleaning, they'll take it. They are accepting clothes, electronics, dishes, sporting gear, board games, and home decor, and anything dropped off must be bagged or boxed. So please, 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 we can coordinate with them on Friday the 15th from 10 to 12 in the north entrance or 12 to 2 at the south entrance. Large furniture can be scheduled for pickup to call extension 505 for more information. So we will help you with these items, but please just don't leave them in the halls. Thank you. Or elevator lobbies. Little update from sales. We continue to be the top of the portfolio for our reviews contest. Thank you so much for your continued cooperation with that. We were at about 59 reviews and counting. So just great job. We appreciate all of that from you and your families and friends and all of the team that have helped coordinate that as well. We have about 8 deposits on a budget of 15 for the quarter. So we are continuing to work through that. So super excited. We're off to a really great start for quarter 3. So we always appreciate all of the residents that work with that. Of course, the marketing committee and all of our ambassadors. The next 2 events are both in the finances of Life Care and are very popular. So we do anticipate having a really good turnout of those next events coming up. We do have a corporate visit today with Amy Wall. She moved some of you in many years ago. She'll be here, and I'll be meeting with her shortly after this, but she'll be here today to do a site visit and continue with our sales. We did have a fantastic meeting with HR. The Regency Oaks HR team attended the peak meeting hosted by Indeed that was held on the 24th at Freedom Plaza Sun City Center. They went over LCS strategic imperatives, healthcare labor dynamics by Indeed, responsible AI and recruitment, LCS HR and recruitment updates, and collaborative breakout sessions. So it was a really great, informative day. My boss was there, a lot of our regional team, and our HR team. And of course, that is our continued commitment, effort, and focus on recruitment and retention. Bringing on great talent and keeping great talent. So that's not just something we do at Regency, it's something we focus on as a company, and this meeting was indicative of those efforts. A little bit from food and beverage. So the gourmets we have scheduled for the following, the 6th, the 20th, the 3rd, and the 17th. We do have pasta night featuring the Action Station, white and red sauce, crab, chicken, and vegetables. And then a new event, the Afternoon Delight in Brick and Vine. You can call Ricky or Dustin at extension 311 or 312 for more details on that, typically Monday through Friday. So just another event that we're working with our resident committee and our food and beverage team to continue making our food and beverage program dynamic and keep you partying with lots of events. So I know we saw this before, but if you missed it, welcome back, Dustin. He has returned to the office after being out. I feel like he just left. It was so fast. After paternity leave for a few weeks, that's little Lily Patricia Windsor, was born on the 29th of June. Beautiful little girl there. And just a reminder, Ricky is out this week. He's actually in Houston. Going to the Food and Beverage Conference. We have the Regional Food and Beverage Conference, but also the Chef of the Year event. So a lot of our company and a lot of our team members are there this week. But Dustin is here in the office at extension 311 if there's anything you might need. So Ricky, Attila, and Nick have decided that they would like to compete against each other. Each contestant will have a different menu served on a different day. They will have a sign up coming soon in August to allow residents to taste and enjoy the offerings and vote. We want to limit residents to sign up for one of the event days to allow as many residents as possible the opportunity to participate. We will be holding these in the Gastro Pub, so the space is limited. The menu will be preset, so please look in advance for any restrictions when you sign up. But they plan to do this September 9th, 10th, and 11th around 6 p.m. And they are all going to be battling between Ricky, Attila, and Nick. That is great team building. So more to come on that event, but super excited. They're all very talented, so I would highly encourage participating in that. You get to eat a lot of great free food, why not? And then just, less exciting stuff. So Blue Team updates, as you know, we have about 4 different projects going on with them. Phase 1.5, residents in the south were notified of that additional work. We have those last 4 apartments that we had to relocate. That is currently in progress, almost completed with those, probably within the next week or so. The A wing should be completed soon, and they are moving into the N wing today. The R wing should be wrapping up soon, and then they will be moving into the S wing. As we've discussed, the intermittent rain moves things sometimes by the hour. So they have been able to work at the beginning of the week, but weather may change later on in the week. So if it's 40% chance or higher, they usually do not get out on the roof. So we're continuing with the efforts. We're making some progress. We're getting the roofs done, and more to come. And they're up there this morning. That's right. That's right. They're trying to get it done just as quickly as we want it done, I can assure you. They're on a timeline. Their company wants them done. Our company wants them done. So I was out the week before last for vacation, and then I was out last week for a conference, the Leading Age Conference in Orlando. I came back Thursday and spent the day with Health Peak and Blue Team. So with that meeting, it was really informative. We were able to we toured the entire community, and Blue Team informed me of some updates based on our insurance claim. So with that new information, we've got some areas that we're going to get to address because of damage that we have sustained in those areas. So the North Library, we had some damage in there, so we will be renovating in there with new shelving, new flooring, and new walls. The North Dining Room, we had some damage in there, so we will be renovating in there with new ceiling tiles, new walls and paint, and new flooring. South Dining Room, we had some damage in there. So we will be renovating with new ceiling tiles, new walls, new paint, and new flooring. Yes. We have the brick wall perimeter, that there's some repairs that will be addressed there. The sales center will be getting new flooring and carpets in the office, as well as their cupola. They're still completing that. That flat roof that was not initially on the claim, the insurance changed their stance and did add the flat roof to the claim. So we're really happy to hear that. So we will be getting that area addressed as well. Things have just changed their mind, and we were happy for it. And then, of course, as you know, the ongoing north, south, and healthcare roof. So all of this I was really excited about. These were areas that I was wondering, all right, now we gotta get into these projects and request CapEx funds and, that whole thing. So it's really fantastic that we're going to be able to get this covered. So we will be working with Pi Architects. It is actually a company that LCS and my boss has been vetting for quite some time. They're working at some of our other sister communities already. They've come out and done on-site visits and assessments before they even start the project. And I actually met with them when I was at Leading Age. Leading Age is not only a conference, it's a convention and an expo where we meet a lot of our vendors and our partners. So I was able to meet with them, and we'll be working with them and our resident design committee. So, great news, super excited for that. So we will be getting that flat roof addressed. We will be getting some new aspects in those dining rooms, and we're just gonna be real pretty. We're just gonna be real pretty. So more to come on all of that. That's the most recent information I got Thursday afternoon. So So I know that this has come up a couple times, not as frequently as I thought, so super happy about that. That means all in all, Blue Team's doing what they're supposed to with nails, but we have still had a couple that have had issues with getting a nail in their tire. So Blue Team, this is directly from them. They just said, hey, if that happens, we'll take care of it. Take a picture, keep your receipt, and submit the receipt. So take a picture of your nail, take a receipt, get it fixed, keep your receipt, and you can send it to myself or Betsy. This is also their contacts as well. You don't have to send it to them. You can send it to Betsy or I, and then we can help triage and get that taken care of for you. All in all, I thought it'd be more, so I'm sorry if this has happened to you. They will help get it taken care of, and that's just the process. Do what?
Be able to print out that screen,
Print out what screen?
this one,
Email it.
so we know.
We can put it on the in-house channel, but really just give it to myself or Betsy. We don't expect you to know who these people are or what their information is. This is who I'll communicate with them. It's just an FYI. And then just a little bit more follow-up from myself. Elevators, we had kind of already communicated what that timeline looks like. That's still on track. We continue to have our weekly Blue Team calls and updates. The one thing that was confirmed, I know we've been back and forth with insurance and Blue Team, the external sealing and caulking, that was a final decision that has not been approved by the claim, so that's something we're gonna handle internally. That's final answer. Darwin's handling it. We're calling a vendor now. We'll be taking care of that process. So again, we were trying to get it covered. They were gonna have all of the things, but that was finally confirmed that they will not be addressing that piece, just per the insurance. So we will take care of it. We have not forgotten it, and we will get you the date as soon as possible. We have began the 2026 budget season. I know that Ms. Margaret and some of the team are meeting weekly now. Please do, if you have any CapEx requests for the community, any items you'd like to see included, please do communicate those to the Railroad Board and to Margaret, your president, so we can take those to the table and discuss. She gets a list from the residents, the Railroad Board prioritizes those. I take those to Health Peak. We determine priorities, sometimes ACs, generators, elevators, and then we move into the CapEx requests from residents. So we have a very interactive process. These items come from you, they don't come from me. So if you hate them, it's not me. I've gotten that before. Why did we install a pickleball court? Well, because y'all asked for it. Not saying here. However, so we do highly encourage you, give your feedback to the Railroad Board if there's anything you want to see here at the community, and we will take a look at that and take it under advisement. So we are repairing that door in the North Lobby Breezeway area. He's actually out here now working on that, so glad to see that's going to be addressed. I do have a Health Peak visit this coming month in August, on August 13th. They're going to be out for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. They're just making a real quick stop as they were visiting some of the other communities, but that'll give me an opportunity to show them all the projects that we have going on. We did get that fountain replaced in the south, and I think Ms. Margaret would agree. We had a really great meeting with all of the regional DRRs, designated resident representatives, and our LCS regional team last week. They went over some resident sounding boards, they went over budget timelines, expectations, and just a lot of good information. That actually we have a presentation coming. When was it scheduled again?
I think August 18th.
Okay, we'll get more information out. It's later on in August, but it is from Jonna Wasniewski, and it is our market research specialist, and it is a full statistics and research about the future and what the future residents are asking for and what the futures are, the incoming and the requests, and kind of what our current and future residents are wanting. So it's really interesting information, it's really interesting data, And I really highly encourage your attendance and participation in that. Ginger has been coordinating it, and we'll get that information out. But it was really eye-opening for me as well, and so I just really enjoyed it. So I highly encourage that. Again, that's going to be from LCS, our market research strategist. And her name is Jonna Wasniewski, and it is really just a future statistics of what's the future look like, what's the people coming in, what's the way the communities are set up, how they like dining, how, just a lot of different statistics about just the ever-changing world. So highly encourage your participation in that. So with that, had a whole lot going on for not being here for 2 weeks. Any questions you have for me? Yes, Barry.
Lindsay, what's that Phi architect, what are they gonna be working on?
So the design, so like when we're having to redo the dining rooms, obviously in the north, we will continue with some of the patterns we've already used in the rest of the community. But say in the south dining, they're our design committee. They're the professional designers that will be helping make those decisions. Did I answer that correctly for you? Yes, Miss Judy?
I know this wasn't addressed in what you said, and it's probably not included, but both dining rooms, chairs are in horrible condition. Is there any chance of getting those replaced?
I just never thought of them, Miss Judy. Yes, that's the first thing I'm hitting them up for when they get here in August. Yes, so that was not included in the claim, but yes, that was the first thing I said was, okay, these chairs are not gonna look good, what's our plan? So when they visit, that's what we discussed when they were here last time. Christian Massey was here, and then when Patrick's here, and then yes, we will get them addressed one way or another. Thank you.
There are chairs also in the main lobby, the grand lobby south, that looked like maybe they were leather or something, but they're all getting all bubbly and crackly, and you end up with that stuff on your bottom when you stand up. So maybe you can have a look at those.
Let's put those in your CapEx request, because that's not covered in the insurance claim. They're already there, perfect.
Get in your pants.
I was just wondering about the blue team and how they're handling the nails. Is there any way that they can use the magnets to go around after they're finished?
So they are. Yes, they are. That's why I'm pleasantly surprised that we have not had more issues. We have had a couple, but to the extent of the roofing work that they're doing, especially in healthcare, they are using the magnet consistently.
Okay, another issue, I was noticing a man was cleaning the windows in the south, our wing, from debris, and he was on a really tall ladder, and he was throwing things down, and he threw a huge shingle into the bushes, and he didn't bother to retrieve it. So,
Okay.
I mean, they need to be a little more careful about how
Sure.
they're doing things.
Okay, I'll give that feedback to Blue
Okay,
Team.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other questions? All right, well, appreciate you all. Glad to be back, and look forward to working with you in our new building. Have a great Tuesday.